Hey student, you and me or you and I? Which one should you use? Which one is correct? Watch this lesson and find out. Hey there, if you don't know me very well, hello, I am teacher Prix and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because every week there are new lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. Here on my channel, I focus on pre-intermediate and intermediate students. And guys, mistakes are part of the journey. You know, we all make mistakes at an intermediate level. It is important to review information, okay, to work on persistent mistakes because probably when you started your journey, you made mistakes, and the repetition of those mistakes, which is natural, okay, made some mistakes more persistent than others. So at this level, it is important to review, take a look at information, and not only information you have already studied, and not only focus on learning more and more lessons, new grammar lessons, new vocabulary lessons. It's important to go back and review important elements, okay? It's part of the journey. Now, before I talk about the mistake itself and how to use each one, it's important to have a quick review of object pronouns and subject pronouns, okay? We need to review them. Now, I don't like to bring all the technicalities around here, but it's important to understand the difference between I and me. Because when you understand the difference between I and me, you know which one you should use, you and me or you and I. Okay, so take a look at the screen. Simply put, okay, well, I is a subject pronoun. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they are subject pronouns. Now, the pronoun me is an object pronoun. Now, why it is important to understand that I is a subject pronoun and me is an object pronoun? Because this will impact which one you're going to use, you and me or you and I. Because the subject pronouns do and the object pronouns receive. This is the most important part of the lesson that you should understand. Subject pronouns do. They take action. Object pronouns, on the other hand, receive. Okay? And what words do we usually use to describe actions? Verbs, okay? So verbs, they indicate action. So when I want to show that the pronoun is doing something, I will use the subject, I. When I want to show that someone is receiving, then I cannot use I. I do, I give, I go. But Priscilla, I receive. Yes, but here it's an action. I receive, okay? But in the sentence you create, me is receiving the action, not doing the action. I'll show you an example. My parents sent you and me a package. Here, who sent the package? Parents, okay? So this means that me, you and me in this phrase will be receiving the action, which is receiving the present, okay? My parents sent you and me a package. Okay, they're traveling abroad, so they decided to send you and me a package. How cool is that? Okay, so this would be the correct way to use you and me, because here they are receiving. Me is receiving the package that the parents sent. Another example here, the sun will always shine on you and me. I'm receiving the sunshine, okay? I'm not doing anything. The sun is doing it. I'm not doing anything, okay? I'm receiving. So me receives. I do. I give. I take action. Me will receive the action, okay? The pronoun me. If you look at this sentence that I said, me will receive the action. I am saying the pronoun me will receive the action. The pronoun me will receive the action. That's what I mean, okay? So this means saying you and me need to talk. That's where the problem is, okay? You cannot say that. You and me need to talk, sir. Oh, no, because here, you and me, and then you have an action, need to talk. But need is the main verb. I can't do that, okay? Priscilla, never? Stay with me. I'll talk about situations, okay? Because English is a beautiful language. But this is wrong. In terms of grammar, no can do, okay? Because me will receive the action. So we cannot do the action, only receive. So I can't put it before a verb. Me like, me do, me go, me need. You can't do that, okay? Now, you and I, you and I, we do actions, okay? But Priscilla, in this song, it's only you and I. You and I, you and I. It is a song. There's poetry, liberty, freedom in a song. So it is different, okay? But let's focus on you and I. Now, if you understood you and me cannot go before a verb. You and me go, you and me like, you and me do. So this means you have another option. You and I. You and I need to talk, sir. You and I have a good time together, have had a good time together. You and I are going to be late. You and I do. You and I go. You and I listen. You and I speak. You and I vote. You and I care. You and I subscribe. Priscilla, you and I are, but I learned I am. Not are. I are. No. But here you don't have only I. You have you and I. Two people. We are the world. You and I are. Okay? So you and I are going to be late. You and I have had a good time together. You and I need to talk. Because here we're doing something. We're taking action. It's coming before the verb. The pronouns are coming before the verb. So then it's good. It's fine. Okay? And hey, make sure to subscribe to the channel. New lessons every week. Get my study plan cycle. It's really good. It helps many students focus and understand how to use the internet in their favor. But anyway, let's keep going because there's more. Now, between you and me or between you and I, based on the previous explanations, between you and me, okay? Because this is an expression, okay? This is an expression. And typically when we have this expression, what is between you and me? Between you and me means in confidence, okay? Just you and me right here. Okay, I can tell you. Just us, okay? Between you and me, okay? Oops, this is wrong. Between you and me, I don't think it's going to work. So typically when I use between you and me, in confidence, okay? I'm just telling you this in private and just you and me, okay? I will start another phrase after that. Therefore, I use between you and me. Oh, but Priscilla, I heard between you and I. Yeah, but it's not correct, okay? It's between you and me. As I said, it is an expression. Therefore, it's not correct, okay? And as I said, there will typically be another phrase, okay? Between you and I, between you and me, I don't think this is a good idea, okay? Between you and me, I didn't really like the party. Oh my God, but the party was great. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just not for me. So between you and me, in confidence, in private, I didn't really like the party, okay? Very well. And guys, one thing that I recommend you guys do, and there's another piece of explanation. One thing that I recommend you guys do is always post examples, okay? With my students in my academy, I have an online program, the Real English Academy. They always post examples and I always get to give them feedback. That's actually what I spend my day doing, getting my students feedback, corrections, because to learn a lesson, you gotta use it. Otherwise, dust in the wind. You need to show your brain this lesson is relevant, is important. Not just this lesson, but any lesson you study, okay? Now, written and spoken language. This is a very important point, okay? This rule is sometimes broken in spoken language. But depending on where you are, I advise you not to do it, okay? Now, do you want to talk like a 10-year-old? Do you want to talk like a crazy 19-year-old American? Is that what you want? You know, does that mean this fluency, is that fluency to you? So you need to ask yourself that question. I always travel to the United States. I love going to the United States. But depending on where I am and I start talking to native speakers, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like, not because I don't understand, not that, but I don't feel like their English is nice. Because it's not, okay? The same thing happens in my country. Depending on where I go and I talk to people, I will not feel very comfortable. I will not like the way they speak, the way they sound. Some mistakes are not so appropriate. You can make them, but should you? Okay? So do native speakers break this rule? Yes, they do. But should you? This is a question you gotta answer. Personally, between you and me, I advise you not to do it, okay? Make sure to have your English as polished as possible. This doesn't mean you're being formal, okay? Some people think, oh, you and I is more formal. You and me is more conversational. No, one is wrong, one is not. That's actually the difference, okay? Speaking, nowadays, I think because of technology, because of social media, people tend to feel that speaking correctly means being formal. And it's not. I am all in favor of speaking more casually and informally, but that doesn't mean I will speak incorrectly. Okay? So this is the point I want to get your attention to. Now, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.